So you're going to notice a trend here that I'm obsessed with lip things because, like I said, on the drier side, so anything that's moisturizing, not drying, gives color that I love, I'm going to be obsessed with it because my biggest pet peeve with lip products is you put them on and they look beautiful and they're amazing, and then your lips are crackly and sticky and and your hair is sticking to your lips. I just cannot. Hi ladies, so we are doing our makeup episode today, and to be completely honest, this is the second time filming it because this is a hard episode to do, and it is honestly like massively intimidating to do. So let me explain why. So I'm not a makeup artist, so let's start there. I thought it would be fun for you guys I don't have all of the makeup brands, but I tried to get as many as I could to show you, like putting them on. And I'm going to be completely honest, like I did it, but like it's a massive fail because I just can't get the lighting to work for you guys. I have tried multiple different parts of my house and I don't know why, but the lighting doesn't look fabulous. In some of the shots, it's like, okay, that foundation looks like it doesn't match or does whatever. But in real life, it looks great. So that part is highly frustrating. So I mainly wanted to put it on to show you guys for like texture, like how it lays on the skin. I feel like in like blendability. So hopefully you're still able to see that part. But I do want to obviously preface this with, I am not a makeup artist. So please take what I say with a grain of salt, or take what you see me doing with a grain of salt. My skin tends to sit more on the dry side. So I did use the same like skin prep for every single one of the makeup testings because I wanted it to be more fair that way. I don't have all of the makeups here. If some of the makeup was just massive fail, we just cut them. I don't think you want me to talk about a brand just to be like, this is a horrible brand. It doesn't work. So we have a bunch of brands that we're going to go through. But I do want to preface it with A, not a makeup artist, B, the lighting is terrible for some of the video shots, so I apologize for that. I do tend to sit on the drier side, so when I talk about how a makeup performs for me, it's going to be like on how it dries my skin out, how long it lasts, the evenness. I tend to be more on the, I don't know, I guess this depends. I don't like a thick base of makeup. I like it to look like your skin, but better is kind of what I'm going for, but also like a more polished, elevated look. So that is something I do look for. There is a very fine line, I feel like, when it comes to makeup in terms of some people are like, I'm going to use fruit pigment and that's it on my skin. And I don't sit in that category. I'm sorry. I like to find the line of the best and cleanest ingredients, non-toxic ingredients, but also performance because I want my makeup to work. I do. I'm sorry. I don't want this like beet juice that's like staining my cheeks, and not blendable. I'm not about that life at all. So I'm going to be talking to you about, okay, there are ingredients in this that are not perfect, but maybe the performance for me outweighs those specific ingredients. So you do have to make that choice for yourself. Okay. The things that are completely non-negotiables for me, top of the line is going to be fragrance. I just don't like fragrance in my products. That's just a massive endocrine disruptor. Parabens, phthalates. I don't want talc in my products. I do want them to have some heavy metal testing because that is a lot that you're putting on your body. So I do have linked in the show notes the switch and ditch guide, which goes through the brands. And it also at the bottom has a list of ingredients that you can go in and search your products for if you want to see if those are in your products. But like I said, fragrance is a big one. Parabens, phthalates, talc. If it has titanium dioxide, it needs to specify that it's non-nano. If it's zinc, it needs to specify that it's non-nano zinc. I don't want anything crossing the blood-brain barrier there. That's really important for me. Like I said, heavy metal testing, no PEGs. Those are my top things that I'm like, okay, performance doesn't negate these. Okay. Like these are very important to make sure they're not in my products. But at the same time, I will tell you there are holistic practitioners out there that care so much about their food and what they go in, and they'll tell me that some of their favorite makeup products. And I'm like, okay, I would never put that on my skin. That's toxic as heck. So I really think that everybody's line of what they're okay with is just so wildly different. So maybe take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I don't know. It's up to you. Now, we're going to go through the different brands and discuss the pros and the cons. If they gave us a discount code for you all, we will share that. Also, all these brands will be linked in the switch and ditch guide. If I specifically am like not talking about specific products from a brand, it's probably because I don't like them. Okay, so there are brands where I will give you an example. Kosas is one of them. I don't like all of Kosas's ingredients. There are some products in their line of makeup that I would not touch. I just wouldn't. I was like, not great ingredients. But there's some that are okay. So just because I mention a brand doesn't necessarily mean it gives my stamp of approval on all of their products. So please really take note of the ingredients that I'm talking about and then make your best informed decision. Okay. So I know this is a touchy subject. I know people are like, I would never use this, or so please just, this is not coming from a judgment place. This is coming from someone who really likes makeup, really likes to try makeup, but also cares about not putting endocrine disruptors on my skin. I will say that primarily the brushes I'm using that you're going to see in here are from BK Beauty. I'm obsessed with their brushes, man. They're so good. I have nothing else to say about them except for I just love them. I think they're amazing. Okay. So I have these in order so that as we put the videos in, we can explain them all to you. Okay. So top of the line is going to be OG. Not top of the line, but first in order is OG. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So I tried their tinted SPF serum or their serum. I don't know what else to call that. Their serum and their contour collection and their lip oil. I don't think I brought that down here, which was a massive fail on my part. I should have done that. Their lip oil is amazing. Please give that to me in every color. So you're going to notice a trend here that I'm obsessed with lip things because, like I said, on the drier side, so anything that's moisturizing, not drying, gives color that I love, I'm going to be obsessed with it, okay? Because my biggest pet peeve with lip products is you put them on and they look beautiful and they're amazing. And then your lips are crackly and sticky and your hair is sticking to your lips. I just cannot. Their lip oil, amazing. Their contour collection, also amazing. I do think that it's a great dupe for Westman Atelier. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I thought that was a good dupe for it. Better ingredients than they had. They are glass packaging. I will say, I did remember to bring this one down. I love their primer. It's like a moisturizing primer, makes your skin very dewy. My only complaint with them is I don't think that the tinted serum lasts very long, which again, probably because it's a serum. So that could just be user error on my end, but they're definitely up there in price. They do have great ingredients. They are glass packaging. All of that is amazing, but I do want it to last. So for the price that I'm paying, I don't know if I think that serum would be worth it. I have yet still to try their complexion sticks, which may be more long lasting. But like I said, if you're just looking for that beautiful wash of color, ingredients are important. You would really like their serum. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it looked amazing. I loved it. My only complaint was it just didn't last 24 hours. So there's that. Okay. Next up on the line here is PiperBlue, and PiperBlue also ranks extremely high for me in terms of performance. I will say hands down. So their setting spray, I've been looking for a good setting spray and this knocks it out of the park. This is, this I use with all of the makeups. I love it that much. I think it's that good. So PiperBlue is, if you've ever used Saint makeup, which is the direct sales company. Actually, I don't know if they're direct sales anymore. They have horrible ingredients, by the way. In case anyone's like, oh, they're non-toxic. They're lying to you. They have really bad ingredients. This is a great dupe for them if you like cream makeup, because it comes in a compact like this, and it's really kind of messy. They will color match you, like the company will color match you. And they do have returns if you get the wrong color match, which that was another big thing when I was going through these is makeup can get expensive. Like which one of these companies do returns, which not. OG does do returns within 30 days. PiperBlue also will do, I think, exchanges if you get the wrong color shade, which is probably the biggest thing when it comes to makeup is people are worried about that. I think they have great ingredients. I think that they come in these tins, which is great. So if you're trying to like obviously avoid plastics, and performance is really good. It's one of those that when you're putting it on, you're kind of like, trust the process, which I guess goes with all makeup. But if you like cream, you're going to really like this. I felt like it was PiperBlue is one of my really go-to everydays right now. I just think it's really beautiful how easy it is to put on and how it just kind of literally is like my skin but better. Like it doesn't look like you have a lot of makeup on, but I'm sure you could always like glam it up, but I thought it was beautiful. I really, really did think that it was beautiful. And I thought that it lasted really well. Like I said, I really, really cannot say this enough, really like their setting spray. It's so good. Okay. We're on to Kosas. Like I said, Kosas is one of the brands that I don't really recommend most of their products. I don't think that most of their products are okay in terms of ingredients. There are a few that I thought were good though. They do have plastic packaging with most of it. Their foundation, the one that I tried, is in glass, so I did really like that. You obviously do have to watch out. Something with them would be lake dyes. So definitely keep that in mind. I will say, so I used their Revealer, their skin improving foundation is what I used. It doesn't have a shade on here. A84. I don't think that's a shade. And then I used a concealer of 03W. Like I said, I feel like the lighting in the videos I'm showing you is really bad lighting, but I did actually think that like the color matching was pretty good. I do really like this for dry skin. It's very hydrating. I feel like it laid really nice. It looked really good long term. I know that a lot of makeup artists really like this. So if you're someone that's transitioning from like super toxic makeup and you need a medium ground as you go into that, this is probably something that would be useful for you. I did try their baked blush and bronzer. I definitely think I need to choose a different color of blush, if I'm being completely honest, in terms of it working really well, but it does blend really nice, does last really long. If you have dry skin, if you have really dry skin, like I said, this does come in glass packaging, which is really nice in terms of bringing down our toxins. I was okay with the ingredients in here as well in the foundation. So if you are someone that's like, I need a really good hydrating foundation, but maybe you don't love all the things in there, that may be an option. I did try their like glow skin enhancer and I liked it. I didn't love it. I just felt like it was just kind of like nice, but is it something I would spend my money on again? Probably not, So just something to keep in mind. Which, by the way, I did spend my money on most of these products. There was a couple brands that were kind enough to send us things to try out for you, but majority of this was me, so I could test it out for you guys. So, grateful to the brands that helped us out there. Let me tell you about the unmatched supplements that I've been using while I am pregnant. So I've actually been using the grass-fed beef organ complex from Paleo Valley well before I was pregnant, but I've continued on through my pregnancy. There are so many benefits to taking beef organs. They're basically nature's multivitamin. It is really important, though, that you are making sure that you're getting it from well-fed, grass-fed animals because, again, you are what you eat. You are what you consume. And I love the transparency of Paleo Valley. They are 100% grass-fed, so that's really important to me. They are freeze-dried, There's absolutely no fillers in here. So you notice a massive difference in energy. So I used to take different beef organs and it didn't matter what time of day I took them because it just didn't matter. When I started taking the beef organs from Paleo Valley, I can't take these late in the afternoon because I won't sleep very well that night because they give you energy. So when I noticed that difference right away, just from switching from a different brand, I knew that these were amazing, the real deal, and so important. I take these to support iron while I'm pregnant, but they also are an amazing source of CoQ10. They're also an amazing source of folate and B vitamins. So they're just incredible all around. But here is the unsung hero that I just started taking when I was pregnant. Before then, I was just like, I like these, but do they change my life? I don't know. And that is the apple cider vinegar complex. You guys know about pregnancy nausea, and these are amazing because you don't feel gross after eating, which I always get when I'm pregnant. I get turned off by foods. I have so many food aversions. I just think all food is gross. And this helped so much with digestion and feeling good after I ate. So who knew that these were going to just come in and save my life? But they do have ginger in it. So ginger does help with nausea. So it kind of makes sense. But I love these. They are a great support to bring in for blood sugar, or if you're like me and you just wanted to bring them in to help with digestion, highly recommend. These are my two go-tos, unsung heroes. Love them. And beef organs I was taking well before pregnancy, added in the apple cider vinegar complex after I was pregnant. Highly recommend. So you can go to paleovalley.com and use the coupon code Leah to save 15%. That's PALEOVALLEY.com/Leah, or use the coupon code Leah to save 15%. You will not regret it. So the next one up here is Well People. And Well People goes into the category of probably the most cost effective. So if you're someone that has a teenager, in my opinion, that is getting into makeup and you like to try a bunch of different things, you could literally get an entire full face of makeup for under $200. Like, I'm telling you, like, start to finish, like cream blush, powder, foundation, concealer, mascara, eyeliner, setting spray, lip oil. Like, you could literally go for under $200, which I don't think I could say that about any of the other brands. So if you're looking for cost effective, Well People is literally it. They are in plastic packaging. So there's that. And they do use like dyes. Now they do have heavy metal testing. So that is great. But if like dyes are a really big deal for you, I always look for heavy metal testing with like dyes. They have heavy metal testing. If the performance is there, I'm pretty okay with it. Personally, you may not be. That's okay. Let me tell you what I tried, and really, I tried a lot of things from them, and I did really like it. I did try their Bio Bronzing Priming Serum, and I think that it does a great job of giving a glow before putting on foundation. I would never use this by itself. I feel like it kind of enhances freckles and any hyperpigmentation. So I don't love that about it. I would never wear it by itself, but I do really like it under, or if you're trying to like make your foundation more glowy and bronzy, then that would be a good one for you. I tried their complexion stick and their concealer, which the other reason why I think they're cheaper is because they're like just smaller. They're literally just smaller in terms of like what product you get, which I'm fine with, because who uses up their stuff before it expires? So please, like, could we all just lower the prices and give me less product? I would be fine with that. I truly would. I like them. I think they perform really well. Let me tell you what I'm obsessed with from them. Their cream and blush and bronzer, I just cannot speak highly enough of this. This stuff is so good. It's so good. I love it. Performance, 20 out of 10 there. I really liked all of their stuff, except for their mascara. That stuff, like, not a big fan. I will tell you though, I've tried a lot of mascaras and I always come back to the same mascara. So I will tell you about that one, obviously, but yeah, I do think they are a great option, very cost effective. They don't have returns. So if you don't like it, you're stuck with it. Okay. Now, this is the one that I'm actually wearing today. And this is the one that, in my opinion, goes to the top of the line in performance. Not the top of the line in ingredients, but top of the line in performance. So they have plastic packaging for a lot of their stuff, not all of it, but some of it. And they do have lake dyes. They do have heavy metal testing on their lake dyes. I did think that their customer service when I talked to them about all this was very professional and very accommodating. So I always take that as a very good sign. But performance, 20 million out of 10. And that is RMS Beauty. So do I think that they are top of the line in terms of non-toxic ingredients? No, because they do have a lot of plastic packaging. Most of it is plastic. There's a few that's glass, like I have a lot here that's glass, but a lot of it is plastic. And they do have, like I said, lake dyes, but they do have heavy metal testing, which I love. I think they were originally created by a makeup artist, which is probably why the performance is stellar, but like performance is stellar. So I have their Re-Evolve Natural Finish Foundation, and that's what I'm wearing today with their Uncover Up Concealer. So I have 22.5 in the foundation and 11.5 in the concealer. I think it makes your skin tone look flawlessly even. It blends flawlessly. It lasts all day. It's very moisturizing. It's not drying. 20 out of million performance. This is so good. So this is something that I will continue to re-get, especially like when I have to be like, my makeup has to last all day and I need it to look a certain way. That would be when I would gravitate towards. It is, performance is really good. So then they also have the Uncover Up Cream Foundation. So that's the same type of the concealer that I told you, the Uncover Up Concealer. So this is a cream. And the first time I used it, I was like, I don't love this. I didn't love how it went on. I didn't love how it blended. It was user error because I tried it again. And I did like it. And this has been my choice of foundation quite a few times since I figured that out. You use such a tiny amount, like literally a pea-sized amount. You just kind of like scoop it out, and it's such a tiny amount. So I feel like this will last you forever. But if you like cream foundation, you would really like this. My biggest issue with creams foundation, which I haven't tried a ton, is I feel like it emphasizes your pores sometimes. I didn't find that with this. I found that it lasted. The other thing I don't like about cream is sometimes I feel like it just sits on my skin and it just, I don't like that feeling. This one, I blended it in, set with powder, set with spray, and I didn't have that issue. I didn't feel like I was rubbing off on everything. So I did really appreciate that. If you like cream, you would really like this. But like top of the line, the thing that just wins in this is their Uncover Up Concealer. This is in glass and this is in glass, so I do really like that. It's great. It blends smoothly. It looks beautiful. I really, really like it. So I've tried that. I did try their eyebrow and I do like that. What else did I try from RMS? I did have their powdered bronzer, which honestly, I think I probably needed a darker shade here. But I think it works really well. It blends really easily. I tried their setting powder. Love their setting powder. But my second, so like I said, their concealer, 20 out of million, but like their tinted, what is this? What is it called? Radiant Serum. Holy moly macaroni and cheese. This stuff is beautiful. Unfortunately, the medium one's a little too dark and the light one's a little too light, so I kind of just mix them. But it's beautiful. It just makes your skin tone look even. Like you just put on your skincare and you look beautiful and you have no other care in the world. If you want to just look fresh faced, as if you have no makeup on, I would use this. And then I use a little bit of their concealer if you need to, the Uncover Up. But then what is this even called? It's called Los Angel Lip to Cheek. It's like a cream blush. And I just put a little bit of this on. It's stunning. It's literally stunning. I just think it's beautiful. I'll continue using those. I love them. I think they're incredible. So I'll go back through and be like the things that I really, really use. But I would say top of the line in performance is RMS. That foundation and concealer, man, it's pretty stellar. It's pretty stellar. Okay, next up is one that I was astounded by in terms of I just didn't really think I was going to like it. I was like, oh, I'm not going to like it. It's fine. But I did. Okay, so RMS, they gave a discount code, by the way. It's Leah25, and you get 25% off. Okay, this next one over here is called Aire Perez. Don't know how to say that. They have plastic packaging, so don't love that. It is recyclable, so we love that part. Let me tell you what I tried. So I tried their oat milk foundation, and this is what just astounded me. I don't know. I really like it. That's all I gotta say. I really, really, really like it. I thought it was super moisturizing. It's not full coverage. It's more like a light to medium coverage, in my opinion. Maybe you could layer it up more. It's made in France. The performance of it, great. It's really, really great. It's not like full glam, full coverage. They do have some other products that maybe would be that. I haven't tried them. Like I said, think it's light to medium. I didn't get a concealer from them. But this is one that I can literally put it on and blend it in like 1 minute. And it's much more of like an everyday. So I'm a foundation light coverage person in the winter. In the summer, I'm more of like tinted serum person. So this would be something I would more use very much in the summer. I got the shade Malt. There's no returns with them, so color match yourself appropriately. I've gotten really good at that though. RMS has returns. So I'm telling you, sometimes the returns trumped things for me because it really helped. RMS, you can also book a beauty consult to get matched. But Aire Perez, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at matching myself. I did a fine job. Great foundation. Great foundation. I will tell you, I did get their avocado mascara. I put 25 million layers on, and I don't think I saw anything. So don't recommend that. But I did also get their lip, what is this called? Cocoa Crayon. And I like it so much. So, I kind of gravitate towards the same lip color, so sorry about that. But that was great. So their foundation was stellar, but let me tell you the other thing that knocked it out of the park with them. And it is their powdered, it's like rice powder, blush and bronzer. So this looks like it's just so dark, but it has like a slight orange pink undertone for the blush. And it is beautiful. It blends beautiful. It lasts all day. This is like my grab 90% of the time when I want a powdered blush bronzer is grabbing Aire Perez. I love them. I think that this is like one of their best products. Okay, I haven't tried all the products, so I guess I can't really say that, but I do love it. I think it's amazing. I also have their highlighter, which I also love. It's a cream. Okay, so I wasn't able to try a ton from them, which is fine, but I do really like them. I would be interested in trying more of their products because I was very, very impressed with what I tried. Aire Perez, so I kind of thought RMS I was going to like because I'm like, it's created by a makeup artist. I think I'm going to like the performance. Aire Perez and PiperBlue were two of the brands I was like, eh. I'm not going to like them, but I'm going to try them because they have good ingredients. And I think that the more options I can give people, the better, but I really like them. So their foundation is definitely one I gravitate towards for that light to medium every day. But no matter what, I love using this to set like if I use a cream blush or just want to use this, their rice powder blush bronzer. If you just want to try one thing from them, that's going to be it. It's amazing. They gave us a discount code, which is Leah10. So there's that. You can save 10%. Okay. Next one I'm going to pronounce wrong. I'm sorry. It's called Say. I literally tried just 2 things from them. So not sure that's a great indicator. I tried their concealer and I tried their highlighter illuminator. The reason why I didn't try that very many is because I didn't love the ingredients and everything. So couldn't find a ton about heavy metal testing for them on their lake dyes. But if you are someone with dry skin and you need a really hydrating concealer, it does do a great job of that. Now, I like to tend to keep brands together. So I don't know. Like, I don't think this is something I would necessarily repurchase. I think that like the Uncover Up concealer from RMS is amazing and it's in glass packaging. So that's what I would gravitate towards. But these 2 did have okay ingredients. I thought their performance was there. Didn't love plastic packaging. Can't say I would really recommend a ton of stuff from that brand. But if you have those 2 and you like them, knock yourself out. You want a place to be able to balance your hormones naturally. That's why you listen to this podcast. You want a place to ask questions, but you either don't want to commit to a program or you have been held back from the cost of one-on-one coaching, but you still want those results. And that is where Hormone Reset membership is going to change your life. Okay. So I created this for you, specifically for you, based on your guys' feedback and the questions you ask and the support you say that you want. And the Hormone Reset membership, you are going to get the training and the education to balance your hormones naturally. So I'm literally going to be taking you step by step through the training modules on how to go about actually balancing your hormones naturally. But on top of that, you're going to get one-on-one support in the private community. So in our private community, you can be sharing your meals, you can be sharing symptoms that you're having, you can get the feedback on making the changes as you are adapting everything and learning, because that's going to be such a game changer for you, because you could have the information, but you're going to need help navigating and implementing it in your life as you adapt it to specifically what you have going on. And on top of that, I know some of you are like, I just want testing. I want to have your eyes on my health and all of that. So you do have the option as well to add on testing, which is, whether it's hair tissue mineral analysis, you want us to go over blood work, thyroid labs, a hormone panel, a stool test, like whatever you're wanting, this is the place where it's kind of just like stepping into the hormone world and getting the one-on-one support specific to you. And you just get exactly what you need. So if you just want a hair tissue mineral analysis, that's what you get. If you want to add on GI map testing, that's what you get. If you're like, no, I just need the lifestyle and the nutrition and that's what I want to focus on, that's what you get. And we're in there helping you navigate it all in the private community so you can get that one-on-one feedback. And then on top of that, you can also get on some group calls. We have an option to join a group call once a week. Well, we actually have 2 options. Just pick the one that works for you. And you can hop on and ask all the questions. This is great. This is the perfect place for my postpartum and my pregnant moms who are like, I need help, but I'm not quite ready for like a full program, but I need help with the symptoms that I'm dealing with. This is great for someone who's like, I've been dealing with mood issues, period cramps, some gut issues, anxiety, I can't lose weight. This is going to be such a good fit for you. Okay. So you can go to bit.ly/join-HRM. Okay. So that's bit.ly/join-HRM. If that confused you, you can just go to leahbrueggemann.com and literally it will say Hormone Reset membership and you can join there. So I'm excited to see you in there. I know this is going to be a really big game changer for you. I am going to mention this brand just because I get asked about it all the time, because they're really marketed as non-toxic and they are in local stores, and that is Ilia. I'm going to be completely honest. Ilia has a lot of ingredients that I would personally think are very questionable. So like some of their products are okay, like their clear brow gel and their mascara. I haven't tried their mascara, but that's kind of it. So their ingredients are pretty questioning for me, in my opinion. So you can make your own decision there. These next two brands, one of them I have samples of. Unfortunately, that's all I have. But they are both in the category of what I would call comedogenic, I think is how you would say that, but it's like extremely not pore clogging. So if you are someone that's very acne prone, even with clean ingredients, you still get acne, you may like this. One of them is Priya. These are the samples that I have. And they do have cream blushes and bronzers I do really want to try. I just haven't yet. So eventually maybe I will get there, but they are mineral based. So they're the powder. And I only tried like blush, bronzer. I think I tried a foundation, And I thought they were really well done. Not my first choice in terms of performance, but if you're someone that's very acne prone, maybe your first choice. The next one, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, Vooquo, Vooquo. No, Vooquo. They're not in the US, they're based in the Netherlands. They are very, very acne safe. They do have glass packaging. They do have really good ingredients. I didn't try their foundation simply because there's no returns and shipping is a long time. So, but if you're someone, again, that's very acne prone, this may be something that you really like. Some things that I will be trying from them in the future are their tinted serum. I want to try their cream blush and bronzer. I love cream blush and bronzer. Have we picked up on that? I have tried other things from them. Like I've tried, not makeup wise, but like we use their shaving oil. And I do really, really like it. So as a brand, I do like them. I just haven't tried a ton from them. So I apologize about that. But if you are very, very acne prone, you may really like Priya and Vooquo. So I would highly recommend checking that out. Okay, this next one is probably, I'm going to say, the top of the line in terms of ingredients and packaging and testing and all the stuff they have in there. The two fallbacks are, one, they're a direct sales company. So I know that's like a big if for people. And then secondly, they just don't have a lot of options. You know, like I want to choose from 10 blushes, please. I want to choose from, okay, this is like a Leah personal issue. I just like more options. Personally, I like options. And this is Crunchi. So those are the two drawbacks. The other drawback that I do have with them is that I do have very dry skin, and I find that in the winter, it gets too drying. It's too drying, like especially around my lips and my nose area. I just find that it's, no matter how much hydration I put into my skin, I don't like the look of the makeup by the end of the day in the winter in those areas. I think it gets too crackly looking. In the summer, great. Spring, fall, great. Like I said, I have really dry skin though. So, and I live in Michigan in the winter where it's suffocatingly dry. So that could also be it. But glass packaging, great testing, fabulous ingredients, fabulous performance outside of that one drying thing. So, you know, pick your poison, whatever you would like. So I've tried, I would say, most things from this brand. My typical foundation color is 2.0 in the Beautifully Flawless foundation. Something that I do really like stellar, like use all the time, even in the winter, is their concealer in the pot. This is the L20. I prefer it to their liquid concealer. I do like their liquid concealer, but I just find like it goes away so fast. I'm like, when I first put it on, I go, oh, that's my favorite. It's beautiful. It's amazing, but it just doesn't last. And I find the cream one lasts. I'm putting it on. I would like to last. So there's that. What else have I tried? Their cream blushes, I love. Their powder blushes, I love. Their powdered bronzers, I love. Knocks it out of the park. What obsessed with them. let me show you. I'm going to show you. Where'd it go? They're lip oils and they're lip crayons. Okay. I love lip things. I just love them. This needs to be sharpened. So I think that they're so velvety smooth when you put them on. And I find that their lip oils, like I have so many of these. I keep them in my purse. I keep them in the diaper bag. I keep them upstairs in my bathroom. I have one downstairs for podcasting. I use them like chapstick because I find them so hydrating, but then they give you that little pop of color and you just feel more put together and you look beautiful and lovely and you love it. So I do like, that's probably like my top performer for them is their lip crayons and lip oils. But I do think that like all of their stuff is really great. And so if you're looking for top of the line ingredients and good performance, I do think RMS foundation performs better. Like if I'm going for a photo shoot or a wedding or an all day thing, I'm going to pull out the RMS foundation. Just being honest. But if you're looking for top of the line in terms of ingredients, and I do think that the performance is great for Crunchi, I just think RMS is better for my dry skin in the winter. But in the summer, probably going to opt for Crunchi. They're amazing. Their pump is broken for me on their primer when you'll see me use it, but I do use their primer, their foundation, and then the whatever this is called, the cream concealer. And then I love doing the cream blush, and then I will set, this is my go-to blush from them. It's called Dusty Mauve. I will set with that, and then their bronzer palette has like a little bit of like contour and bronzer in it, so I'll use both of those, and I think they'll last for 25 million years. I don't know. I've had these for 2 years, and they're still going strong. Should I tell you that? Is that disgusting? Like, I don't know. There's some things I throw away when they're expired, and then there's some like these that will just. Who uses up their powdered blushes? I don't know if I ever have. I don't think I have. So I've used that. And the other thing that I do think is stellar from them is their broad spectrum tinted sunscreen. Last summer, I think is when this launched. I don't know. This is pretty much majority of what I wore in the summer. When we went traveling, all I brought was tinted SPF. And I thought it was fabulous. So, if, like I said, if you're looking for all glass packaging, top of the line ingredients, that would be Crunchi. But if you hate direct sales, you're not going to love it. Okay. So there's that. Some people really don't care. I don't really care. I'm just like, whatever. I will say, I did get color matched when I did this. I asked somebody to color match me. I think that she is very nice. I just feel like I need to put that disclaimer. I think she's very nice. She's not pushy at all. So, if you would like me to connect you with her in order to get color matched, I can do that. I think that she's very nice. I don't think that she's pushy. I think that, if that is like a big fear you have with like purchasing from a direct sales, I think you will like her and you won't have an issue with that. So I can definitely hook you up with her. We will put the link in the switch and ditch guide for Crunchi. For the discount, you can use, I think the code is advocate10 with that link down there. You have to combine the two to save. But if you want me to connect you with her, you're going to have to email us. So the next one up there that is like, again, top of the line in terms of ingredients, mostly all glass packaging. They do have lake dyes. They do have heavy metal testing though, is Fit Glow. Now, Crunchi has returns. I forgot to say that. I like that. They have 30-day returns. Fit Glow, no returns. They do color match you. You can send them pictures and they'll color match you. So I got the shade F 2.7 in their foundation. And I didn't get a concealer. I got an eye bright. I think it works really well. I specifically got it to try out because I heard it was really good for dry skin. And it is. I find it works really well, especially winter. I hate this applicator. Like, what are you supposed to just like, I don't know, get your bacteria all over it and then put it in there? Why would you have an applicator like that for foundation? But is my own personal pet peeve. I think it performs really well. I haven't tried a ton from Fit Glow. I tried to try foundation and concealer from all of them for dry skin. I think this is really great. This actually is an under eye brightener, but you ready for their top of the line? What is this called? Ceramide Hydro Balm. What is this stuff? I don't know, but it just is beautiful. It makes your lips so juicy and hydrated, and I love it. I have the clear and then a tinted one called Rosewood. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Another brand I want to mention, because I know I will be asked about ingredients, is Araza. That's how you say them. This is a cream makeup, and the performance is just, the first 2 times I was like, oh, this is great. I love it. But then I clogged my pores, made everything, it just wasn't a good long-term makeup. I've tried to use all of these multiple times because like the first time you may be like, oh, I love it. And then afterwards you're just like, never mind, that ruined my skin. But I do like their blush. If I was gonna use anything from them, that would be it. I think ingredients are incredible. Glass packaging, incredible. Like, all incredible. I just, don't like the long-term performance. And then this is a brand that is, doesn't really have a ton of stuff, but I have to talk about them because I use so let me just show you. This is like their lipstick serum, whatever it's called. And let me show you how far I have to like keep scrolling. Oh, there it is. That's how much I've used of this. I love it that much. This is called from RMS Beauty. So, it does have lake dyes. They are non-titanium, non-nano titanium dioxide. I talked to him about that. And they are formulated in Europe. So benefits there. Couldn't get too much on the heavy metals for the lake dyes, but this is probably hands down. If you want, it's like a lipstick / serum / lip balm / I don't know. It like literally makes your lips look so beautiful, but also hydrates them, but isn't like glossy like a lip gloss. So I don't even know how to explain it, but this is performance-wise incredible. But I couldn't find a ton about heavy metal testing on them. Still trying to get that. Did get some information from them, like did find out they're non-nano, all of that stuff, and where they were formulated. So all that was great. But like I said, a little bit to be desired there on transparency. So, recap. If you like cream makeup, you're probably going to love PiperBlue. OG, I don't know. Their primer is pretty much my go-to. Grab all the time. Kosas just doesn't have a ton in terms of like choice from products with ingredients. But if you are transitioning from super toxic makeup, you'd probably really like their foundation. And it's in glass packaging. It's very moisturizing. Most cost effective, hands down Well People. Hands down Well People. But like outside of cost effectiveness, their cream blush and bronzer is like my favorite thing ever. Literally. I use those a lot. I really like them. Performance wise, RMS foundation just wins. It just wins for me. I don't know. That stuff it's just darn magical. I don't know what it is. And their tinted serums and their concealer, magical. Ari Perez, I hope I'm saying that right. Their rice powder blush and bronzer, That's incredible. And their oat milk foundation for light to medium coverage. Also fantastic. What else we have? Crunchi. Top of the line ingredients, top of the line in packaging, top of the line in testing. I would say if I'm going to put RMS in terms of performance all year round, well, I guess I haven't tried it a ton in the summer, but in the winter for my dry skin, I'm going to put it at 100% in terms of performance. Crunchi would be at 85. So performance is like very good there, but like their blushes, their serums, all of that, I would put at 100. Fit Glow. Great. I just don't know if it's going to be my top choice and recommendation because I just know like buying online, like if you don't shade match correctly and they don't have returns, I don't know. That's like a big hang up for me because what if it totally doesn't match and then you just spent $55 or whatever this is on a foundation? That's a lot of money. So, I don't know. But nobody needs returns on their Hydra Bombs, and their Hydra Bombs are 20 out of 10. So, highly recommend that. So, I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of an overview, kind of give you some price ranges. If we get any more discount codes to share with you, we'll put them in the Switch and Ditch guide. So, please look at the Switch and Ditch guide. If you are looking for a discount code, please don't come for me if you agree or disagree. If you want to share a makeup brand, go right ahead. Like I said, performance is really important to me. So there are some brands out there with great ingredients and their performance is just absolute poop. And so I would not be using them. Okay, so I hope that was useful and kind of gives you some things to look into with your makeup and options to learn about with makeup. I know I'm going to be asked this, so I'm going to tell you what is the concealer or what is the mascara that I use. I have it in black and brown and it is Tower 28. I do like mascara. I forgot to tell you that with their concealer, wherever it is. I do like it. I do use it. I just like Tower 28 better. Tower 28 is like if you're traveling and you want to bring the best mascara, I'm always going to grab Tower 28. I don't have no other way to explain it. Their ingredients are great. Performance is stellar. It's so good. I just don't use other mascaras. I'm sorry. I've tried a ton of non-toxic mascaras and they're all just like, ugh, they don't work. Do I like anything else from this brand? No, but I love their mascara. It's amazing. So I hope that was useful. It was really, really long. Please let me know what brands you like. If there's any other brands, obviously there are more brands out there, but this episode can only be so long. So I tried to bring up the top of the line in terms of like performance and ingredients to kind of give you some options. Okay. I hope it's useful.